So big, and he has such a good feel for the game. He's a hard guy to double at 7'2". Mayo, a three. This guy made at least 5 threes in 10 games this season. That's an unbelievable number.
And a turnover. Mayo up ahead of the pack. Mayo lays it in. Points per game. Flan's shot won't go. Good defense by Arkansas to get out on Mayo when he has the ball. Again, Richmond's way out there. Mayo will shoot it anyway.
Yeah.
Harris.
Better get over that.
Mayo for three.
Oh, I'm telling you, I've been all over Zeke Mayo. He tried to take a couple of shots there and he couldn't.
Brazil, no good. Here's Mayo, wide open.
How many coaches in the league target weak defenders? You know, like it's like the NBA. If you find a weak defender, to go at him.
Hustle for Kansas. On the backside. Long outlet to Adams. Ryland Griffin. KJ Adams hustling to the offensive glass. The kick out. Zeke Mayo three. Henry Faisar short on the three, and another rebound, the 11th for Dickinson.
Watch Mayo here.
Step back.
In fact, he's screening.
AJ Storr gets open in the corner and misses on the three. Flory Badunga, another offensive rebound. That's 12 offensive boards for Kansas. Zeke Mayo from deep.
Dewan Harris, and that time with the 2 he made in the first half, feeling it a little bit, he let it fly.
Harris has made all 3 of his three-point attempts tonight. Step back from Zeke Mayo. And it continues.
We are going to have a great rematch tomorrow night of 2 teams that just absolutely know how to compete in Texas Tech and Arizona.
Zeke Mayo to the bucket and lays it in.
On my flight here to Kansas City.
Were you kicking the chair of any of them on the way from Vegas to Kansas City?
No, I thought they did a good job last night.
I liked Oklahoma State.
Yeah, you did.
Especially my senior year. I liked Oklahoma State.
The hustle by Dewan Harris Jr. for KU.
I'll tell you what it wasn't. It wasn't KU in this building.
Zeke Mayo. Just with the rebound.
The last thing you want to do on this floor in front of this crowd is allow the Jayhawks to go out for a 8-0 start. Building a hard double on Hunter Dickinson.
J.D. Williams missing from deep. Not known as a three-point shooter. The kick. Zeke Mayo. Gets out of Gustavus John.
Definitely should have been an and one. Got him on the arm on the dunk. Should have been an and one, Sean.
I just had to dunk it.
Zeke Mayo.
Guards keep coming downhill over and over again. If you think you can lift up out of your stance and relax for a second, they are driving you.
Zeke Mayo on a step back. Step back jumper is good, and Bill Self is fired up.
Well, that was a tough shot by Tobe Awonka right there. Dickinson held his ground.
Arizona by 2. And Mayo able to hit. Side.
Yep, 29%, but capable when he's on. Much better shooter when he was at Oakland University.
Adams with Townsend on him. Give off Mayo. Zeke will try. And Zeke Mayo.
Done by the young man from Cardinal Hayes High School in the Bronx, New York.
Short on the free throw. Dickinson rebounds. Ball movement. Mayo wide open and buries a three. Baysar bounce pass. Good hands. Bryant gets it. Knocked away. Kansas basketball. Harris to Mayo.
I think Ron Harris rightly wanted to catch his breath and give Hunter Dickinson a chance to catch his breath. Adams back with 4.
Adams sets the screen. Bounce pass. KJ to the corner. They move it to Mayo. Got it!
His wingspan.
Well, there's that offensive rebounding that Chris Budden was alluding to. Mayo puts it on the floor. Left hand scoop. And it's good! Oh my. Dickinson, and an even better job by Roberts to gather it back and put it home. And a three-pointer there. Having himself a fine night, but right now the Cougs find themselves on the short end, trailing by a point. David Coy playing big minutes in this game.
He's plus 11, John, tonight. Good pass.
Good look. And inside, how about Mayo putting that
5 to shoot for Texas Tech. Step back, deep three, way off. And the rebound, here comes Kansas and DeJuan Harris Jr. Attacking the basket, and the lay-in.
A transfer goes off the glass. So it's an 8-point Kansas lead. These first 5+ minutes on the road here in Boulder, hosting its first sellout crowd of the season. David Coyt's into the game off the bench. He knocked down 5 threes against Oklahoma State. Mayo off the delivery from Hunter.
College basketball right now, you're bringing in new faces constantly and trying to figure out how to fit the pieces to the puzzle.
Mayo, boy, it was all made possible. Want to let Oklahoma State get the layups in the half-court sets.
You mentioned Thompson, freshman year here, and the shoulder injury. Last time he was on this floor, January 30th of last season, tore his labrum, ended up having surgery, ended his season. Had to be feeling all kinds of emotions coming back into this play. 7 to shoot. Into the paint comes Bradley. They turn it over.
See the way they're sliding. The white shirts are sliding right into the paint.
10th Oklahoma State miscue so far. Harris.
Oh, boy.
Mayo. Deep shot for Kansas. In Provo to BYU. They have looked like a completely different team. Usman misses badly.
Well read there by Dickinson, too. He knew exactly where he was going.
Transition. 3 splash. Here already. Good hands. Boy, Newman has been impressive with his defense. Both ends of the floor. Unable to whip it back. This is Mayo left open. There's a 3, and he buried.
Yegor Demon. Mawit Mag from the corner. And fighting for position. Kansas comes away with it. Transition 3 for the Jayhawks. Rattles in. Zeke Mayo.
Roxy, what you're looking for is guys that want to compete even when the game might be out of reach. Right? Like, you're trailing by 30.
Zeke Mayo 3. His second 3 tonight.
Hit another shot from the outside. Hunter Erickson, though, with that one more pass. And that late in the shot clock to have that much trust in your teammate. He threw it and Little knocked it down. It's been a mostly quiet start for Hunter Dickinson down below. They'll get the ball here. Immediate double team. He whipped a nice pass into the corner for an open 3 for Zeke.
Team for the 3rd consecutive game looking to go 3-0.
Harris, no good. After the men beat Kentucky today, here's a 3 from Mayo off the offensive by design. We got to get our guy going. Asar, more good defense. Adams has played good defense. That was a tough shot. Mayo right to that elbow area, knocks it down to tie the game. You and I can have a little friendly wager on it. It's okay for us to disagree. So, a round of golf with you at your place? Okay. And if not, then I got to buy a round because I'm not a member anywhere.
I was a little more selfish back then, Bill Self-said. There's a deep three. No good for Hammond with 22 Saturday and a tight loss to Houston for Colorado. 0-12, but they have been in almost every Big 12 game, and they were down just 2 with a few minutes to go against the Cougars. As Mayo rattles into Kansas.
We're going to take a peek at that. Little zone now by the Buffs.
And a three for Mayo.
His down Cooper flag this year as anybody.
There's a three for Yakimovsky. Colorado's just 1 for 9 from 3. And 1 for its last time overall. Badunga. Almost had another lob dunk. Kansas.
An assist. Another assist by KJ. Watch Flory. He gets out of that screen quickly.
Mayo driving. Shot fake. Rolls it home. Mayo with a
freshman year. This kid's going to be really a good player.
Corner three wouldn't go for Griffin. Tipped out to Mayo. A big one.
That Cats. A little show and go by McDaniel, and he misses off the window. Now Harrison transition. Beautiful. What a fast break by his first bucket. So far, France, 6 points for KJ Adams, 6 for Hunter Dickinson. And the freshman Flory Badunga set to check in. Zeke. Now a fresh 20 for the Cats. Left hand, no good from McDaniel. Mayo. 1 minute to go in the first half.
Gotta shoot that. Gotta shoot that.
Seven on the timer now for the Jayhawks. A deep three by Mayo. Woo.
You just have to make those shots consistently.
Posset.
Look at this.
That is in his range. Not that time.
But not his area code.
Mayo, the three-point sniper. And that is the exclamation point for Kansas State. There's a
instrumental in his 17-4 start.
TJ Otzelberger telling us that in the loss at home against Kansas State, the work on the boards was a real problem for them. Mayo hoists and hits. Under 10. Jefferson banging against Adams. Jefferson, high arcing shot wouldn't fall, and it's Mayo the rebound. Mayo will try and hit. Harris to inbound. Mayo hoists and hits.
That's a 5-point play in there.
Griffin being harassed. Adams collects it. Mayo into the paint. Flips it up, and that one will fall. Mayo jumper. Zeke can't hit. Adams the rebound. Mayo wide open.
Yes. Yep. Interesting observation. They gave up 60 in the second half at Baylor, and right now they've only given up 49 with 3 to go.
Yeah, 60 and a half.
By the way, we hope BJ Edgecombe, the Baylor freshman, is okay. I think it's a minor sprain. That young man is a great NBA prospect.
Yeah, he is a stud. Mayo looking for space. Step back. Woo. Woo. Coit straight on three.
Oh, nice
Adams
play.
able to tip it out. Mayo will try and buries it.
That play epitomized to the chest of the big fella. Big fella stayed vertical. But that's a little bit of Flint, Michigan toughness right there from Jaden Nunn.
Mayo answers with a triple. 19 seconds away from another monster collapse. A week after that heartbreaker at home in double.
Have to start the game. Well, it's obvious, and they need to have the mindset. They cannot be scared of taking shots, and those are the problem for Kansas. Is those are open looks. They have 3 clean looks from 3, and that can't happen. Mayo a 3, answering for KU. All in the post, which means he's going to turn into a passer some, and that's a great example.
Mayo. Badunga facing up on Hall. Mayo looking to get it in the air, up and good.
Kansas is off to a really comfortable start offensively, and Central Florida is going to have to do something to make them uncomfortable.
That's a clean block by Badunga. Moore races down. Shaq pulls it back. Deep 3, Zeke. Second of the game.
I keep saying that the comfort level with both teams right now is very, very high, which is great on the offensive end, but both teams defensively need to find ways to get some stops.
Mayo tries another. Now they're flirting with a double-digit lead, up 9. Coit. Adams bounced around. Badunga back for Mayo. Adjusts and launches. Curry lob that time for Chum, and now it's the Knights who can't connect it, and there's 6 turnover. Mayo eyes a 3. It up for the Knights. 13 for Mustafa.
That's the way to quiet the crowd down right now. Limit their runs. For UCF, that's a really important part. Can't get into 6-0, 8-0 runs for Kansas.
Mayo. Kansas has now hit 5 of their last. Mayo trying to find the soft spot. Dickinson kicked out. Grabbed by Badunga, who has his second career double-double tonight. A Mayo 3.
Harris to inbound, 13 of the shot clock. Now it's gotten quiet. Mayo, that's a 2.
He knew he was going to shoot it because of the clock, and he just measured his distance.
Huge 3 for Sharp as Dickinson is able to corral it. Kansas down by 4.
So you can't play high-low now without the other big.
Mayo bullying down low. Off the glass and in. Under 10 to go. Pryor. He's been quiet today. Pryor trying to get it to Roberts. Harris up ahead. Mayo. He fouled him. And today coming up with some big buckets late. And Emmanuel Sharp with 8. Mayo gets inside, off the glass and in.
A national title at 2 different schools if Houston were to do it this year, because he's already got a ring with the Baylor Bears.
That's right. As a freshman, averaged a little over 3 points a game. Scott Drew's national championship team. Inside, Mellon hangs and hits.
Oh, yeah.
So as they tend to Javier Francis, Sharp back on the court. And again, it's that right foot that bears watching. Here's Sharp trying to guard Mayo. Moore swings it to Juan Harris. To the corner, nice. Wide open. Good movement. And Mayo in the win at Baylor. And a season-high 15 rebounds. Kansas to inbound. And Harris finds Mayo, who knocks it down.
And I wasn't lying. He is a scorer. Sometimes he'll get a little wild on you, but Jamie Dixon just has to turn him loose.
Mayo inside, rolls it home. The kid from Lawrence, I asked. Uday inside, little too strong. Dickinson pulls it down. And now Kansas a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Griffin, Dickinson. Mayo inside, and we are tied.
Most of the early part of the season, the Mississippi State transfer, He does give them a defensive stopper.
Mayo jumper, got it.
They're having a terrific night. Very underrated. All transfers. None of them were here a year ago.
Moore back to Harris. Mayo wide open. Buries it. Kentucky will take on Vanderbilt, and the biggie, number 6 Tennessee, number 1 Auburn. I believe that'll be Danny Schluman and Jay Billis.
Where are they going to be?
They're going to be at Tennessee and Auburn.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Auburn, I told you, I think they're the best team in the country. Although Houston has not lost since November, and all 3 losses to teams that can go to the Final Four on our last possession.
It is, by the way, Schulman. I had special dispensation to call him Schluman.
Run out ball screen. And a runner for DeJuan. Badunga keeps it alive. And now it's Mayo for 3. Got it.
The most dangerous time.
Yep.
Nice clear.
And that one pinned against the glass. Badunga with the first block of the game.
Nice entry.
Badunga back to DeJuan Harris. Thought about a 3. He'll give it up.
He passes up shots so unselfish. He gets 10. They're pretty effective.
Mayo. Got it.
The kid can. Tough match for Badunga.
Hawkins going to take a 3. Cleared off by Shaq Moore. And Kansas looking to push it again.
Hunter can make 3s. I like him inside a little bit more.
Harris. I thought the pick and roll was coming back to Dickinson. It goes back.
Side.
Heat check. Got it.
Tell you what, another timeout right now.
Pull up. Hawson finally got a touch and it's short.
Very fortunate. That's his game.
Zeke Mayo's going coast to coast.
And nobody stopped him. One of the problems for Kansas, they don't get to the free throw line like they used to.
They were only 4 of 11 from the stripe in their loss to Iowa State earlier this week. Mayo. There he got one. After Texas Tech couldn't get him to drop, but that, as Raf said, is a big one. Back to single digits. 61-52 with 8 and change to play.
Nice back cut.
Mayo, easy layup from
Dickinson.
Down to a single digit game again. These guys won't go away.
Showing a lot of heart. Refuses the screen, the dribble hand. Goodness, Dickinson is so good.
Oh, man, how did that go in? Just because you're Zeke.
Julovich out, Jones into the starting lineup. Taman Lipsy, a wide open 3, around and out, and the rebound down to K.J. Adams.
It will be important for the Jayhawks in this game to take care of the ball. They cannot turn it over.
Boy, T.J. Otzelberger cannot. What has T.J. Otzelberger done so well to bring this program to these heights?
Well, he's established a culture of high standards. And everybody, I don't like the term buy-in because you can't buy this. It's not for tougher than us.
Which was not in doubt before we saw him today.
Well, man, speak for yourself.
Backdoor cut, Mayo, and that's something and hits a deep one.
Kansas did not want to let Curtis Jones get started.
Mayo tries to, but it's Dickinson with 2 who has come back in.
And really, Iowa State, they need to go right at Dickinson when they get the ball back.
Marquise Passmore, the crossover, kick back out. Mayo can't get the shot off.
Boy, what a job by Jefferson to run him off the line.
Chasing him again. Extra pass finds Harris. He can't get a shot off. Mayo will and hits it.
Boy, that's big.
Big spinner of it. Give it back to Jones. 3 on the shot clock. They turn it over. Mayo ahead to Harris. Adams runs it down. Everybody having trouble hanging on to the basketball tonight. Zeke Mayo, who's an 86% free throw shooter coming into the game, Jay, is 1 for 6 from the line tonight. Storr. into Mayo, who lays it in with a left.
Dylan Mitchell to the basket. Trying to clean it up is Aziz Bandago. And a loose ball in your midcourt, tracking it down, Zeke Mayo. Pull up three in transition from Mayo. By the Bearcats, and when you talk to coaches, and Kevin, you've been on the sidelines, you know, you can deal with the dead ball turnovers. Yes. It's the live ball ones that'll get you.
Oh, that's why I mentioned the first half. 6 turnovers by Kansas, 6 steals by Cincinnati. That's how they got all those early points. Kansas has settled in offensively.
From the middle.
Up the top of the key. We just caught it out of the edge of the corner of the camera.
Zeke Mayo drives. Mayo challenged and still finishes.
Cincinnati now 2 of 19 from distance in this game.
Kansas in no hurry on this end of the floor. Shot clock down to 10. DeJuan Harris. Mayo. And he rolls it in off the front edge of the roar.
Off the glass and in. Bashir Jihad with a really nice move. Good ball movement. Mayo. Areas where they've really improved three-point shooting. Their guards take a ton of threes. Their three-point shooting has gone from 30 to 38%. And right there of miscues. Arizona State leading by 3. Harris hesitating with Mason on him. Mayo pull up just inside the three-point line, and that'll go. Harris' shot was halfway down. Mayo will try and hit.
And that was exactly the game plan that Bobby Hurley wanted in the first half, is meet them early and meet them strong.
Dickinson the rebound and then spinning, lost his footing.
Great defense. It's a walk.
Great job by Bidunga to block it. Under 7 to go here, second half, and Kansas leading by 11. Harris directing traffic, slowing it down a little bit. Dickinson. Mayo at the basket, scoops it.
As far as coaching, that's probably in my top 3 or 4 games that I've coached who went here at Kansas. All right, and this last one was really tough. Best Duke PG at that time. I think I'm standing next to him. He's to my right over here.
I first met Danny and Bobby Hurley when I was 8 years old at the Pocono Invitational Camp. I beat them in a range shooting contest. Danny recruited me at Rutgers, as you see.
That popped up during preseason camp as Hall has the shot blocked by Dickinson. Jayhawks trying to run. Mayo looks him off and lays it in. This is now Rylan Griffin checking in, number 6 for Kansas. This is the transfer from Alabama that we were talking about. Mayo taking it past Sellers, tough to the hoop and good.
He just has such great touch and he's so skilled. And I think you look at the skill set and the maturity of his game. You can't really wear him down and get him frustrated.
Can you speed him up? Because everything seems like it's in slow-mo. Is
able to finish it as it trickled in.
Javon Small attracts so much attention. That roll man is going to be open.
Well, a screen by Dickinson absolutely put Jonathan Powell on the deck. He quickly gets up. Play continues with Adams. He's got O'Connor on his back. Harris looking for Dickinson. 3, Mayo. There's the answer for Kansas.
Defense. Powell clicks his heels out of that left corner. Drops one in for the Mountaineers.
West Virginia outscoring Kansas in the paint 16-4. And there's the other storylines. Andre outscoring the Jayhawks. Now that's even.
Elizabeth had one point blank. He was surprised he was that close. Might have been the footsteps of Hunter Dickinson.
Or the shadow of Dickinson, because he's right there next to him. Mayo got that one to go. Meeting last year between these schools. All right, now it's suddenly with under 5 minutes to go, Kevin, this becomes a big possession for Kansas.
Well, we talked about the seniors, Harris and Dickinson stepping up here in the second half.
Mayo. Dickinson down 6 in the minute 35 to go. Obviously a huge possession here for KU.
And then getting in Mayo's hands.
Mayo takes the 3. Shot clock off. Game clock at 20. Kansas down 3. Mayo.
Never let the ball get below the free throw line, and that's a sign of a good defensive possession, because then you're not playing inside out, and that's the way Keno Lilly Jr. likes to set up his three-point shooting.
Dickinson, big-to-big passing to KJ Adams. And now Harris controls. 10 on the timer. Here's Zeke Mayo. Had 26 in there. And right back at the other end, Keno Lilly on the board.
That took about 3 seconds out of the net.
They called that a 2 for Mayo, so we're tied at 2. Minute and a half gone by. Kansas coming in at 8-2. And another.
I want Keno to look at the bench the whole time. He wants him to rely on his instinct.
Here's 22. Landon Lewis playing with 2 fouls. Misses that shot turnaround. And Zeke Mayo leading all scorers, looking for more, and he's got it.
Quarter court as well.
Nice shot fake, but it's pinned against the board, and Dickinson with the leak out to Mayo.
Of Brown's 24 outside the three-point line.
They are 5 for 10 from three-point range against this Jayhawks defense. And we are tied at 24, but not for long. Dickinson.
It's hard to miss him out there, isn't it? 7'2".
Lilly misses that 3 ball. Kansas wants to push pace on makes and misses. Brown is now 0 for their last 8.
You got Hunter Dickinson established on the inside.
Kansas looking to add to an 11-0 run. Shaquille Moore on the floor now, 0 and white for Bill Self. Here's Zeke Mayo. That's too easy, though.
As Brown goes to work on the O boards.
Talk about aggressive. Landon Lewis with his second bucket. You know, most people would look at Kansas and go, oh, yeah, they're so good, they get all the calls. Those numbers would belie that opinion. Here's Mayo. For 3.
Defender. And 62% of their baskets are assisted. They do pass the ball really well. So they get in the paint, but they look to make the next play.
Here's Mayo again. Why not? Got it again! Here's Risby Jefferson. In and out. And Badunga clears. Just love the pace that DeJuan Harris plays with. And Mayo.
Pretty spin moving all the way to the hole. No foul called, and we'll go the other way. Marcus Hill Jr. denied. Kansas has made their last 3 shots as Mayo nearly lost it. He'll think about a 3, and now he will take. He got it! Held the ball above his head. Can NC State get the seal off of the backboard and the rim? No, they can't. Mayo 3. Yeah. Got it! 6.
In terms of how the standard has been set as a Kansas Jayhawk, and Grady Dick understood that as a player here just a few years ago.
Yeah, he's still young. He's having a terrific second season in the NBA, and his spacing and shooting has changed the way the Raptors are playing up there. This game down to 7, and after the start that Kansas got off to, didn't feel like NC State was going to be able to wake up. Mayo 3. They've done that really well today. That's their. That'll cause a whistle. We'll be able to get back into a 5-on-5. 3-ball corner, no good. And less than 90 seconds to go in the first half. Mayo behind the back. Try to draw contact. He does. Middlebrooks will shoot and down and then out. Boy, every trip down, you think they'd want to at least try to get it inside with Dickinson and 3. Good catch by the big lefty. That's a good catch and a good pass for a Mayo 3. Dickinson denied. A lot of contact on that play. Mayo, it's wide open. Hatfield lays it up and in. The great perspective that Self has too, Jimmy, during the week. He talked about in football, you lose a couple of games early, your season is over. You lose a few games at this point in the basketball season, it has no impact on March. Pop it in, and again, you're watching Dickinson play, and he clearly is dealing with those 3, not 4, but 3 fouls.
Kevin Keats knew exactly where he wanted to go with that ball. The play caller in the second half is so important. Isolation game, can your guard mine?
Mayo all the way, lays it up and lays it in. He's
no question in my mind.
No doubt. Well, the program alone sells itself, but you get into NIL and you get into being in this conference and steady winning, you like to get old. That's what this team is. Dickinson, a graduate student. Coit's a senior. Harris is a grad. KJ Adams, senior. Mayo, senior. Wow. And it continues.
Against the #1 team in their history, 3 of them came against the Jayhawks. Here's DeJuan Harris, won a state championship playing for Jim Scanlon at Rockbridge High School. Back cut and an easy look for Zeke.
But Bates went right through Clemens.
Jayhawks scoreless over the last 5 minutes. Mayo all alone. And the Lawrence native out of Lawrence.
Greg McDermott couldn't have asked for a better start tonight. Mayo quiets the crowd.
He has to be more aggressive and be selfish for the team. Commanding and asking for the ball, being a threat down low. That just opens up everything else for his teammates when he's that aggressive.
Mayo with the runner. Understanding the thing.
I ain't the smartest, I ain't the dumbest either, but I would agree with the coach on that one.
Mayo got his men in the air. Count that bucket and a foul. That's a veteran play. Ashworth for 3. That's short, and the rebound for Bidunga.
And Jimmy, with Hunter Dickinson with 2 personal fouls, ball's got to go into Kalkbrenner here in the final 3 minutes.
Step back for Mayo, and that 3. Here's Harris. From the free throw line, it rolls off. Battle for the rebound. Trout able to pick, but tip it over to Coit. Mayo for 3. That's a huge bucket for Kansas.
Absolutely. 5 out. See how spread the floor was. Even Bowser's up at the top of the key. Get you all spread out. They all can pass and they all can shoot. And Haynes, kind of the engine of this team, plays with a lot of emotion at that 4 spot. 13 in purple.
It's a 32% three-point shooter, and actually that's one of their weaker numbers individually. A Mayo, that's a 2 for Zeke. This is a 3 from Anderson from the corner, just a little long, fighting for it. Davis Molnar in the game for Furman, couldn't save it. And the other way, Kansas on the break, it's laid in. Picks up his 2nd bucket of the day. So out of the timeout, Furman converts to cut it to 14. Mayo elects to shoot that 3. And there's the first made 3 of the game.
Double out there, flag kicks it. Proctor tries again, a little too strong that time. 4 Blue Devils back on defense. First try from Mayo, it falls.
They move the ball to the deep corner right now.
So Malik Brown now in, Malawatch out, and also into the game. Sion James, who's had a very good start. Mayo step back right on the money.
Inbounds play, because Bill Self, very good, sneaky. See what they got.
An easy layup. Exactly right. Good call, Franny.
Yep.
Tied at 71.
Duke switching, so there's no short roll opportunity for Adams.
Seven on the shot clock.
See that? Taking it away.
The drive, the kick. Mayo's got to put it up. Yep. Oh, he got the friendly Las Vegas roll.
McGriff attacking Dickinson, gets it to go. That's going to be how McGriff scores on Hunter Dickinson on the move. How about that pass and finish? Gotten open triples, just haven't made them. Haven't seen a true post up to Dickinson yet. Mayo off the curl to the bucket for the easy finish. Steven Shelley types and Kamari McGriff showing off the repertoire in the post. He has 6. Mayo, nice fake. Nice step through, left-handed scoop. Zeke Mayo. Adams, high post. Mayo, backdoor, this time to the rack for the finish. That's his career. Mayo, crossover, floater, bucket. Beautiful.
He's going to have to make a little bit of a quicker move because the more crab dribbles and times that you use not taking up space, the advantage goes to Hunter Dickinson.
LaRua with the bucket.
Yeah, really great basketball conferences. LaRua does a nice job creating separation.
And have a couple really good big guys ahead of you who start and take all the attention, and you just got to come in and score the ball.
Yeah, it certainly is. It takes a lot of the pressure and angst off of you, and you also get a chance to go to school every day.
Zeke Mayo with the highlight reel.
The second game, they've got an entirely new team. No two guys on that team had ever played together before they came to Lexington this year. Dickinson swings it to Adams. Mayo gets his man in the air, cradles it, puts it up, and hits.
He has such a...
They've got it down to 6, still with more than 2 minutes to go.
Right now it's about getting a stop. And I think Kansas, even though they've had a hard time moving bodies and moving the ball against Michigan State's defense, I think they got to let Hunter Dickinson touch it.
They'll come out to get it. Hand it off to Mayo. Mayo, little stutter step in the reverse. Beautifully done. Nice find inside to Lubin.
Kansas cannot overcommit defensively and leave a man wide open under the basket. That would have been a tough 2 for Jackson had he chosen to take it, but you give up an easy layup by overcommitting.
Mayo, the floater will go. State. How about the statement that Mark Fuse-Zags made with that blowout win over Baylor?
Unbelievable. Gonzaga has a model program, and they're going to be right there again.
Boy, that's a good. And they leave them open. Boy, it's a battle on the boards, and it's won by Kansas. Mayo feeling it and hitting it. Foul and goes to the bench. A really interesting guy. Obviously played behind Armando Bacot the last couple of years, so not a ton of available minutes. He had some injuries. You'll recall a big game. And they're going to need all the rebounding they can get. Not something we normally say about a Carolina team. But again, the composition of this roster is a lot different than your typical North Carolina squad.
Well, they're not as big, but Hubert Davis is talking to his team a lot about sizes.
And whoa, Badunga the block, and then Lubin the slam.
We are seeing some confrontations at the rim. How good is this?
70-63 with more than 12 minutes to go. Mayo got his man in the air and buries it. On to Washington.
They just cleared out R.J. Davis and let Jalen Washington roll down the middle of the lane. A terrific play by Washington to finish.
Mayo off a screen, couldn't get the shot off. Forces it up, and it goes.
Seems to be about the only offense that the Bison have been able to produce, which is going to be important for them to continue to attack the basket. It's one of the great things that Harris does with his wide shoulders and strong frame, is getting into contact. We saw Campbell do that a little bit earlier, and
They're going to need that to generate some more offense coming up.
Quick first step from White. That's a 3-ball on target for Joshua Strong.
A nice offensive series there by the Howard Bison, doing a great job of getting that ball from side to side and finding the open skip pass. There is
Curry cut off on the baseline, looking for some help. He'll fire instead. Badunga yanks out the rebound. Harris on the run, 3-on-2. Mayo, 3-ball. Yes! The Lawrence High Chesty Lion.
Had a couple blocks in there and a couple altered shots.
Challenges the 3. Harris off to the races again. Looking at the big fella. Do they get it to him? Mayo uses the screen. Left open. Knocked in another.
Down the stretch.
Into Griffin. Mayo down the lane to the bucket. Lays it in. Knocks it down from 17. Jaron Johnson's first point. Another one of those grad students on this Howard team. He's originally from Linwood, California.
Yeah, and a veteran play there as he's there in the dribble drive. Passmore fell down, and then he saw Flory Badunga drop back in drop coverage and not pick up the ball. The most important thing on the court. He took advantage of that. Play there by Strong as he received that ball kind of in a non-scoring area up underneath the basket, and he very well could have taken a low percentage shot trying to shoot a reverse layup in traffic, but was able to make the right play to the corner and help the Bison convert.
Mayo sidesteps, launches, hit. Zeke Mayo.